Hello and welcome to this edition of the assessment. Today we are with Elizabeth McCauley.
We're gonna start that. We're gonna start me up like that.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the assessment. Today we are here with Elizabeth McCauley, who's been a member with Bay Ridge Rescue Squad for 5 years, has been an EMT for 4 years, and has been on the board of directors for 3 years now. So Elizabeth, can you tell us why did you decide to get into EMS?
So I actually knew nothing about EMS. I had never even been in the back of an ambulance before. I wanted to learn how to do CPR, and a friend of mine told me, hey, I'm joining a rescue squad, they'll teach you CPR, how about you put in an application? And almost 5 years later, I know a little bit more than CPR.
Yeah, you're an EMT now and you've had plenty of experience doing CPR, I'm sure. Elizabeth, what is one positive thing that has solidified your decision to join EMS?
So for me, it might seem like a small portion of it. I love helping my patients, but there's a real sense of gratification and satisfaction from helping their families, because the patient is scared, and sometimes we're scared and we have to pretend like we're not. Patients' families have never been there before. This is the scariest moment in their lives, and trying to make sure that they're okay, they feel comfortable, they feel secure with what we're doing. That's major. When the family comes up to you to give you a hug after and says, thank you so much for being here, for just talking to me, or for just coming to hold my hand, that's major, and that's probably my favorite part of the job.
Yeah. What is the process for talking a family member through a difficult situation that their loved one's going through?
So a lot of that is stuff that I do at my job outside of Bay Ridge. So a lot of times what I like to do is try to separate the patient from the family member, and if there's a whole crew on scene, if they've got it under control, if I'm not 100% necessary for patient care, try to pull the family member aside, talk to them, get a little bit of background, just calm them down. Sometimes making things a little bit more human. It's okay, you can be scared, you're allowed to be upset, and just try to humanize the situation as best I can.
And also being truthful,
Yes.
not trying to hide anything, but lovingly tell them, here's
Yes.
what's going on.
Never promise somebody that everything's going to be okay. Just tell them that they're going to the best place that they can go. They're in the best possible hands that they can be. Never promise them things that you can't fulfill. But definitely making sure that they know that, they're secure with us, they're cared for with us. We're going to take care of them on the way down and when we get there.
If someone were to approach you and ask, why should I join Bay Ridge or any EMS agency, what would you tell them?
I think the biggest draw for me, aside from being able to help my patients and being able to help the community, honestly, is just the amount of family that you're going to get. I've been here for almost 5 years, and I've got friends who have literally turned into family. I've seen people get married, I've seen people have babies and watch those babies grow up, and it is really like adding an additional family to the one that you already have. And for me, I wouldn't trade this family for anything.
Not to mention you go through some pretty intense stuff with these people, and you really have to learn how to trust them when you're working with them and build a relationship there.
You do, and I think the family vibe that we have going here, the fact that everybody's kind of been in the same boat, everybody feels like you can talk to one another. It's hard to go home, and you don't want to take things home with you at the end of the day, and you also don't want to bottle it up either. So being able to have those people around you who've been where you are help you through it and know that you're not alone, but are also there to celebrate your victories is monumental.
Absolutely. Elizabeth, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So in 5 years, I'm probably still going to be volunteering here. I'm not paid staff here or in any other EMS agency. I'm simply a volunteer, so I'd like to stay being a volunteer.
Excellent. And you, outside of EMS, you also work in the medical field. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm actually the financial navigator at the Sierra Wood Cancer Center. So my job there is to help navigate patients and their families through the financial burdens and toxicity of cancer and chemotherapy treatment, and try to minimize their out-of-pocket costs as much as possible.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, Elizabeth, thank you for your time today, and thank you all for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe to these videos on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're interested, go to our website. There's a link below if you want to fill out an application to possibly become a member at Bay Ridge. Now over to our executive producer, Shane, for some final words.